backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A carry now for McKisson. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 11 now. Now Haskins to throw it. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Antonio Gibson.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
20-yard line.
Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Taylor now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. They're going on fourth down. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it.
That's what I want to see.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. First and goal at the 1. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
At the Chargers' 5-yard line.
They try again with Peterson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Gets past one man. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Taylor. He's got Allen. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
A 41-yard.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards. Running on first down, Eckler. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Fourth down, here's Taylor. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Here's Eckler. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
By Fabian Moreau.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And Allen's got it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 4th and goal.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On play action, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 57 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On the move to his left. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's second down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
By Playing time to his left. He'll run it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
On the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Taylor's pass.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal.
A good pickup there at 22. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
A try here for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Washington 19, Chargers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted, 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Chargers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. After the interception, here's Taylor. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
I'm here all day. 44, Mike, 44.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Haskins. His throw incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be second down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
To second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again. Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Haskins on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 20. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Forget the run on third and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Peterson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They run again with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
6. Chargers 7. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and... be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now it's the backup, Herbert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Flush to his right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Keenan.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.